What's up, guys? Welcome back to Real Bucks Talk. Today is going to be a longer video because we're going to go over a lot of what happened in this Buccaneer offense. I mean, it's the entirety of the offense you got to look at and reasons why you lose, because I feel like you learn a lot more in your losses than you do in your wins. And so let's go over it. So, overall, Baker threw the ball 50 times. It's never a good recipe to win a game. Usually, want to run the clock out, control the clock, time of possession, all that stuff. 50 throws to 10 attempts. Already lopsided. And then we're going to go into the pass rush of the Lions. Clearly, that generated so much attention to that offensive line who is banged up, and that came to fruition. Like we've been saying it time after time. Charlie Heck and Michael Jordan were in at right guard, right tackle, respectively, but they were putting a lot of manpower over there to help out. And it just came to fruition. Like the injuries kind of stacked up on us because they got healthy at defensive line, and we got even more injuries because Haggard was out and Michael Jordan had to step in, who's just coming back from his injury. And the offensive line just was abysmal this game. And Baker had to move around a lot, and that ruined the timing of routes. And I think early on they got to Baker and he just snowballed because he did not have a good game at all. Mr. Baker Mayfield, the potential MVP candidate who was at the top, everyone's saying, "Oh, now it's just trash. He's going to be not in the mentioning of it anymore." But it was just bad overall. Like, yes, you got to elevate everyone else around you if you're going to be at that MVP level. And he didn't this game, to be honest. You're going to see a lot of that. But look at Barton getting run back by Aleem McNeil. Look at the interior exposed. Like, where is the pocket to throw? Like, you have a guy in your face already. People are still trying to break on their routes. Yes, he can get the ball out kind of immediately, but that's a tough window. You have guys right here, guy on Mike's back. Abuka's about to break in as well. Yeah, but look where he's at. He's having to bail just as they're breaking open. So he's having to bail out. And they had to got a lot of guys just being aggressive, and get kudos to them because everyone's covered on this. And their secondary was banged up. They had second, third, fourth guys out there. Even their secondary was getting hurt during this game. Give them their kudos, but that defensive line did work. Even with, like I was mentioning, Kate Otten over here chipping. You had Rashard White sitting here trying to block. But still, like they got pressure. Like that's all the way in Baker's face. Baker has to move around in the pocket. Usually he does something special. This time it couldn't be because their linebacker level is not injured. They're very athletic. And Jack Campbell right here, not selling out for his little juke move that Baker normally does. And he gets him for a minimal gain. Baker trips over his own self. Here we keep going on this one. Look at, and you can't get mad at the route tree. Some people are like, oh, Grizzard got schooled in this game. Not necessarily. I mean, it's bad passes, bad breaks, and I mean, this was a potential big gainer. You have Mike taking two defenders with him. Like as K. Otten slows his route down and then cuts inside. So watch as Mike goes through this route. He's going to take the corner and the linebacker with him. Nothing but daylight, right? Space to throw into. K. Otten's going into it. This guy's even scared of Mike too. He has three guys. Attention. Baker has an alleyway to throw. He actually has time to throw. Let's get this thing out there. But the Lions right here, athletic linebackers. Guy jumps in the air, tips this, still gets to Otten, but instead of catching it and being able to run upfield, he has to slow down, wait for the ball to get to him, and has to dive for it. So he could have had a huge gainer and potentially gotten to the 50 or further if he catches this, and that's a first down. But nope, short, down, wide, like I was saying. This guy just gets in that throwing lane, watching Baker, QB spy. They were aware of Baker's ability to make plays with his feet right there in the way, just jumping up, knocking balls down. And here we go. Another one that's very high. The pressure's getting home. You have how many guys? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 coming in. So you have pressure coming. It was picked up pretty well, but like I was saying, like I think something in Baker's head, his internal clock was rushed too quick, and he thought he was seeing ghost or someone. Kate Otten is open underneath, but we're looking for deep shot, which is open. Go to the sideline. That's the only defender that can beat Mike. And the defender beats him because Baker throws it way too damn high. Very hard throw. Don't get me wrong. Opposite hash. This is a far throw. An out route from the opposite hash to Mike. I mean, he's open. If he throws this lower and towards his body, let's make a catch. Or even throws it closer, like forces Mike to come in, right? Where he can actually force this in route on the out route so the guy doesn't get him. But ultimately, it's too high, gets pushed out of bounds, opposite angle. Great pickup by Rashard White here. I mean, this is a good call by Baker, too. He brought him in and said, I think this guy's going to be blitzing. Calls it outright. Rachaad White, great pickup. Throws this. He has time. It's just off back foot. Too high. He gets 1 foot down. The other one gets pushed out of bounds. If you throw this lower, Mike can catch this, get 2 feet down. Doesn't happen. Guess what? We punt yet again. A missed opportunity to move the chains, punt that ball. Their play action fakes were not working. Why? Because we're down so early. And this is the awful injury to Mike Evans. Regardless of the injury and how much it sucks for the organization that he's not going to get the 1,000 yards a season and for his Hall of Fame career, this was a beautiful throw by Mike. A perfect throw. If Mike doesn't get a concussion here, he likely catches this. I mean, great pickup by Rachaad White. Again, actually, let's go through the whole thing because this was actually a really good throw and great setup and everything just reading the field. Like Baker with the play action, like I mentioned, the linebackers are flying in. So should be something underneath. So that's a concern, right? Play action, looking, reading the field. Where's that deep safety? What is this guy doing? Ibuka comes inside. What does this safety do? He drops in towards him. So when Baker reads that, he's going into Ibuka. I'm tossing this to space because Mike is big. He's fast. Let's get it to him. Perfect layer throw right to Mike's hand. Mike catches it. And this the fact that he bangs his head in the ground. Like I was saying, Rachaad White, great pickup. Lofts this to perfect space. Mike catches it. It was a catch. The guy was on him before he even had the catch. No flag. And then slams his head and shoulder into the ground. He has it, and then he's just gone. He saw stars. The ball's popped out. Would have been an amazing play and huge gain. Again, here's Baker feeling rushed, really on that back foot, trying to get 14 points with one throw. I think that's what was in his head because he's looking deep shot. I'm trying to go deep. And then goes off to Cade Otton later when he was open the entirety of the time. Just throw it to him there. Get rid of it if your internal clock's thinking that. But he's thinking J-Boo wins and let's get 14 with one throw. No, like, come on. Like that was covered immediately. All the deep safeties are there. They know that you guys need points. They are up. Let's just send pressure and allow underneath. We can punch this bad boy out. Cade Otton's open the whole time. Throws it late. Throws it inaccurate. Pressure's getting home. Like, this one to me is on Baker. Like, off that back foot. No, okay, fine. I'll just throw it late to Otton. Inaccurate throw. He's forced to try and one-hand it. To me, whatever happened to the rule of the tie goes to the offense, tie goes to the catch, right? But here we go. Still continuously looking downfield. There's Cade open the whole entire time, like I mentioned. Throws it way to the outside. Cade has to try and one-hander it. Still, no one has possession. This ball is in between Cade Otton's forearm and the guy's chest, as you can see right there. And they're fighting for it, rolling, and it eventually ends up being Cade Otton's ball. What blows my mind the most, it's not just the catch rule of tie goes to the offense, but that they called it a catch. They called it an offensive catch. You didn't even have to go with tie goes to the offense. They, on the field, said Cade Otton made a catch. You can't overturn it because there's not enough evidence. If you said, called on the field, ref called it. Bucs caught it. No, but it is what it is. One loss, guys. It's not end of the world. Yes, Mike Evans is worse. Losing Mike Evans is worse than this one loss. I will say that. Here we go. Keep going. Tez Johnson, the man is getting his confidence up over the past 3 games. We're talking Seattle. We're talking last week against 49ers. And then this week, he's looking like a true receiver, guys. Like his route running, his speed, his ability to make impressive catches, and just having the dog in him. I guess you say this comparable to like Baker, but look at the route. Look at his little head fake as he gets upfield. He gives a little head fake outside and just flies inside. Check him out here. Watch this fake. Pow! Right there. Gets enough separation. Baker's reading that left side of the field. Sterling's underneath. He's got a guy coming down into it, but there is a void because that guy left that void, right? So the next level is where it's at. Levels, concepts, right? Get drag guys deep, get it intermediate, and get it underneath. Baker reads it well. Great throw on this one. It's a little high, but Tez right there bodies it, catches it, gets hit, and still wants to pick up more. I don't know how he was down in here. This wasn't a fumble. I don't know how at 150 pounds this guy is playing lights out right now. And here was a good read, good throw by Baker. So there were opportunities, guys. This is deep overs. As you're going to see, Emeka coming over the route. You're going to have, I believe it is Cameron Johnson, 2 over routes. You saw this a lot with Tom Brady. just trying to pick up yards, big chunks, right? Where's the safety going to go? Safety's so far back, it's an easy read. Whoever he wanted to go to, he could have gone to. If he was flush to one side, you just throw it to the space that the guy's running towards. Perfect throw right here. But there was not many perfect throws by Baker. Besides the one deep pass to Mike and that, there wasn't many perfects because look at this. Wide ass open. You read it well. I don't know why you're pumping so many damn times. Ibuka does a little shake. Wide the hell open. Safety so far on opposite hash. That's the only guy that could have gotten to Ibuka. Beautiful move by Ibuka right here. Watch this little head fake. Whoops. Stumble. Wide open. This is it. Throw it. You got it. Loft that to space. Corner end zone. Pump fake. Pump fake. Why? And you underthrow it with the zoom you have. And there's no one. There's absolutely no one in your way. Great protection. Phenomenal protection. All day to throw. And this is what you produced. This is awful execution. If you want to say the Bucs were overmatched, they were not. It was awful execution. Awful just all around. Offensive line, passing, not securing the ball. There were bright spots. The scheme was open. I mean, even if he doesn't want to go there, how about coming to Tez over here in the middle? Because the linebackers have to make a hell of an athletic move, but that's open. Hit the man. Hit it. Buka gives up, pissed off because he's like, I know we had a touchdown there. Tristan Wirfs throwing Hutchinson out of the play. You have all day. What is this pump fake action? You had it read. You know how many is that? Let's check this out. Baker, you got 1, 2, and on the third. So far behind him, hits the guy in the back. He's pissed because he knows he had a touchdown. But ultimately, they do get him the ball in a shimmy shake way. And this was a beautiful play call. Grizzard gets his flowers again. Kudos. Look at this setup. We're at the 20, a little bit past the 20. The second he touches the ball, look at Heck move. There's so much going on in this that I love to break down. Heck, amazing block on this corner. He gets all the hell the way out there. You're going to watch Cade Otton drag his defender into the back of the end zone. He's not looking back at Baker. He thinks this is going to be a deep shot, and then watch Ryan Miller down the field blocking. So look at it from the offensive perspective first. Look at the blocks being set up. Cade Otton's carrying his guy. Holy crap, and we keep going. He has no clue. Ryan Miller doing a great job blocking, like I said, and then Heck destroys him. The second Tez catches the ball, bam, sit down. Opening right there. Barton gets enough on this guy where it slows him down. Tez with the hurdle. And then I don't know how Tez, like I was saying, great blocking. This is like a 4-second play, still continuous blocking. And then Tez reads this guy at the last second, spin and whoop in the end zone. But overall, look at the defense too, the Lions. This guy came from all the way over here to try and make that last second tackle on Tez. And this guy was the one that got underneath Barton and tried to make the tackle, and Tez beat those two guys. Otherwise, the blocks were all set up. It was the safeties that had opportunity. Like I said, right there, this guy all the way across the field, he tries to make it like a touchdown saving tackle, but Tez with an amazing move in the end zone. Give Tez his confidence. He thinks he's a number one receiver. And then what he said after the touchdown, you got to love it, man. Here we go again. Watch, I was saying, Charlie Heck, kapow, right? Down he goes. Barton just enough. Hurdle, baby, hurdle. Y on the Xbox controller. Here we keep going. Like I was mentioning, Ryan Miller doing an amazing job blocking. Last second spin. As you saw him glance over. Is someone there? Yep. Scoop. And then Cade Otton in the end zone. And this one pissed me off too. We need it. We're trying to make a comeback. This is usually Baker's bread and butter. He has all day to throw. Look at the route concepts here too. You got guys in motion. Usually we go to that guy in motion, right? And underneath, Tez is the over route. And Ibuka's just taking the safeties with him. Here we go. Underneath, the levels concept I love. Ibuka gets the attention of this safety, right? So the safety's over here. Who's our number one? Clearly, it is Ibuka, right? So everyone's going to be worried about him. If it's not Mike, it's going to be Ibuka. The safety's literally staring his ass down. Baker's going to read this. Who are you going to go after? Are you going after Tez or are you going after Ibuka? They have a safety over the top of him, and they have a safety crashing down on Ibuka. Empty space, empty void. Easy read for Baker. Loft this to space. Let your man catch this. Where the hell are you throwing this? You can't blame this on the pressure because there was none. You can't blame this on the ball being dropped because it didn't even get to him. This was an easier throw. This was an easy one you could have made, and this is a dud, right? You couldn't have said it any better. Like Jabuka's containing three guys. You have one guy to beat, throw it to Tez, and then watch this again. Like I just want to also say he's not throwing, he wants to throw it that way. Why is his body facing this way? Like this is like you're throwing to the right, but you're turning your body to the left. Like that's inaccurate throw because of that. And it's almost like a nonchalant, I have all day to throw. Let me just loft that. But you lofted it way too out of the, if anything, underthrow this so he can run under it. I mean, overall, guys, the Buccaneers beat the Buccaneers yet again. There's just so much lack of execution, so much like ghosts in your head. I would expect them to improve vastly against the Saints. This isn't a game where like, oh gosh, this is the beginning of that 4-game stretch of top bowls. The defense did its job. Defense kept you in the game. The offense didn't execute. Whether it be the noise, crowd noise, pressure, whatever you want to call it, you got to buckle down and realize what do you need to do on every play. The receivers did their jobs besides Shepard dropping the ball. You got to execute. Get it to them so they can make catches. Because we had opportunities to win this game, and they came out with duds. Other than that, guys, let me know what you think. Do you think we're overmatched? Do you think it was just one game? It's just one game. You're still 5-2, guys. Don't think it's the end of the world. You're still a playoff contending team, number one in the NFC South. Don't worry. It's just a bad taste in your mouth.